go to your head. Your kind of clarity is rare. To know in the moment what you've got to do and do it. I envy that.
Hey, you could have left me for dead, but you carried me to Liviana's.
Kai's always doing things to help others, no matter the cost. It's going to get him killed one day.
You two are gonna make me blush. And purple's not my best color. But, thanks. Just be on the lookout. The Steel Garrote isn't likely to forgive and forget. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another.
You mentioned training?
Yeah. I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent.
You spam chain
You're
lightning and
smaller
shoot a
than
gun
I
a
am,
lot.
But I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield. I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you.
Teach me a bit of everything. I'm a fast learner.
I've noticed. That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
+1 might and constitution permanently. Ooh. Okay, I'm glad we talked to him. All right, Marius, you want to train too? I got training for everybody.
Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her.
Yeah, it works. You don't seem like one to avoid conflict.
Conflict, no. Consequences for my actions, oh yes. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do.
For a second,
all
I thought
day.
he was saying anime.
Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject.
All right, get some rest.
Thanks for talking.
All right, exit camp. Oh my God, it's her again.
Stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field.
Where's the squid face guy with for Baldur's Gate? Bring him in here. Are we gonna make these dreams a habit?
We had not considered this.
I mean, there's a dream scourge around. It's not comforting to hear voices, is it?
Murmurs of madness, fright. Our touch cushions you like a shell.
Muckwiser, a log on your head.
We
Oh my
will
God, that
feed
is my head. You're so
all with
rude.
Hunger now. What has come of this place?
Fior is a mess. This is what comes of incompetent leadership.
A pack without a leader, a crown upon a shaking cub. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals?
New type of Sylvari. No, your character is there's a type of, okay, I don't want to say race because it's not, because like I'm a human with this feature, right? It's not like human, elf, dwarf, and then what I am. But our character is something in the Pillars of Eternity universe that's called a godlike. And essentially, one of the gods, and the gods are real, one of the gods went boop, and they gave you a little blessing right when you were born. And godlikes can look all kinds of ways. Maybe you'll have like coral around one eye, you'll have flowers that grow in your hair, you might have what looks like a piece of wood on your face. But essentially, each godlike, imagine like an art by a painter and it's signed by the painter. Like anyone can look at a godlike and be like, oh, such and such god likes this person. They've got a blessing from that god. No one is sure what god did this to me. We do not know the name of the god who poked us at birth. And that makes things kind of weird. But you get to choose at character creation what weird thing do you have on your head that makes you immediately recognizable as a godlike, and you could pick what it is. I picked friggin' plank on my face. That's it. Alright, my guy's gonna get all excited about this. Finally, a metaphysical topic I could teach you about.
Eons have passed. We do not recognize these strange machines.
Cognizance. Be careful.
The harvest grows. The dead rise. What do they hope to achieve?
Reminder, Muck, someone said you're missing 2 companions and you have met them. Could train you and likely has fun story. I mean, I've met a lot of people. I have no idea knowing which ones were the companions. I am guessing that the lady in the town that just got banished from the town might be joining our party, but I don't know if she's going to be a combat companion. Wait, you know what? Now that I think about it, the pink-haired lady, I forget what her race is called. She almost looks like a Yordle, but they're taller. The pink-haired, pink-furred lady, she was like a wizard. I think she might be one because I've seen her in a trailer for the game. But I don't know where she went. I did a quest for her, and then she's like, all right, I'm heading home, and then she went somewhere, and I haven't found her again since that time. Let's see. They want to learn the secrets of life and death.
Lift the shroud from the wheel.
So yeah, Jen, I'd love to. I don't know where they are.
Build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make?
Many people don't trust animancers.
The hound cannot recognize itself. It
We need a
growls at
ladder.
its own reflection. Should we fear it too?
No knowledge is good or evil. What matters is how we use it.
Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
It's very odd that this super insanely powerful being that brought me back from the dead is so clueless as to the ways of the world. And they're asking me all these questions. Like, I'm wondering if if like this being, this entity, has been like trapped for since before humanity, or maybe they're really young in cosmic terms. It'd be kind of funny if we accidentally teach them to be like evil and then we get like a bad ending to the game.
Why is it somehow worse when the Revenants aren't trying to kill you?
Reminds me of Noah's from Earth Trader. Yeah.
In Emerald's Den.
Blighted
Well,
crop quest item.
maybe our luck's improving.
Elia Rosal.
I'd offer to shake your hand,
Her hair,
but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
Whoa! Excuse me?
Beatrice, you know, the one with her viscera on display? As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But
Oh.
of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Ah. Do they work for free?
They get 3 meals a day and a comfortable home. What more could they ask for?
I mean, miners in Solace don't have it that good.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
So when I looted her, I was reaching into her guts? I thought I was checking the pockets. Oh, man. So I walked right past her and said, excuse me, shoved my arm into a cadaver, pulled out some loot, and was like, huh. And I put that in my pocket. Then I introduced myself to this lady? If I hadn't already done that, I would say, hell no. But apparently I did. My guy's a freak. I already did. Looks like Beatrice ate spoiled crops.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
You're welcome. Giata wants your opinion on the Dream Scourge.
Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Banished was the word he used, probably to make it sound official.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well.
Ignorant.
I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm.
Excuse me, I just
I'm up to
unarmed a
my
cadaver.
ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so
gosh.
much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
Let me guess. Silvo isn't a cow or a goat.
Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad,
Job's
there's only
done.
one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come.
Any connection with what happened to Beatrice?
Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was turned. You never know with these rascals.
Chad, I have said multiple times when we play previous games that the way for necromancy to get accepted in all these fantasy worlds where necromancy is banished is cheap labor. I've mentioned it before, like have a mining shaft with undead miners just stupidly pecking the, it reduce the risk to real people and have them do these menial jobs. This lady gets it. Now, I said skeletons. She's making it gross by using the ones that are still meaty, but she gets it. Sounds like you've been through this before.
Whether you're raising cows or corpses, every farmer lives with death.
Where do all these corpses come from anyway?
Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days.
What? No. I'd hate to see what a good day at the corpse farm looks like.
They come to me for breakfast, and I let them wander the fields. Really, it's no different than raising goats. And that should cover everything. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
Some
So,
lady's
for
dead
killing a
grandpa or
revenant.
something. Alright, hang on, chat. We got a visitor that just came in. What's that? I got a little chomp. Little chomp. Bigger chomp. Okay. Alright, he says that's enough. Thank you. Ugh.
Dad, she just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Alright, she said he blocked the door. That's it. But she said the window is accessible. Not that one.
Quiet as the depths.
Dang. That's the window I was supposed to use. Spoiled apple. Wait, I hear... What is that? What do I hear? That.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like.
That sounds disgusting, is what I would say if I wasn't the type of person to just walk up to bodies and apparently shove my arm into the viscera. I dealt with Silvo.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
You promised me some answers?
So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
We need to find the source of the difference if there's any hope of stopping it.
But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Fascinating. I'm sure Giata will be interested to hear those.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Emerald Stair has seen better days. With any luck, the turning of the seasons will favor us.
I wanted to see if she had a dialogue option about us, but did not.
Seven in the past week. How am I supposed to live like this?
Joseph Abacchio.
Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't
That guy
happen
has
to
quite
be
the
an
jawline.
animancer.
Arcane Scholar. I may have dabbled at some point.
Gods, it's about time somebody like you came along. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
In your defense, I wouldn't want to catch a dead body either.
They can't even move fast, but I turn away for an instant and another one is gone. It wouldn't be so bad if I had any idea where they went. All I'm doing is wearing my shoes out.
I'm sensing a request coming.
It's not like I enjoy imposing on you, but I'm afraid if I look for them, the rest will wander off.
He's like the worst sheep herder.
If Elia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it.
Appeal to her vanity. Tell her only she can fix it. It'd work on me.
I have to have some standards, even at a time like this.
That's below your standards.
You know, maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went. I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
All right, I'll humor you. What kind of something?
It could be anything in a place like this. A relic? A grimoire? Luminous Adra? No, that wouldn't make sense.
I swear, if your morbid curiosity gets me killed.
Nonsense. Revenants are harmless. It's hard enough making them useful. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
Okay. They said they were trying to go into the lake. I'm reminded of a certain town in Dragon Age Inquisition that had a whole bunch of undead coming out of a nearby lake. Because there was a city that had been basically flooded over underneath the lake, and then when a bunch of like necromantic energy hit it, like the bodies started coming out of it.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Ah, I hate speculation. I want answers.
Remy, look what I found. A genuine god.
What you found?
Do you think
I'm
they can hear
here.
us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
What? Sure. Friend.
Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike shows all the classic indicators of intelligence, but not of sentience. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Why are you talking at me like I'm some kind of specimen in a jar?
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research.
I haven't even mentioned her
Deal?
research yet. I don't suppose you'd help me out of the goodness of your hearts.
What a novel idea. But no, I don't really see the appeal.
Let's begin the
I
examination.
don't see the appeal of
If
the
you could
goodness
choose,
of my heart.
who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
I don't know. I guess I'd like to be some kind of mushroom.
Ooh, good answer.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods.
Show me on the doll
Wouldn't
with the
you
gods
say that
touched
you
you,
owe
Jimmy.
something to the rest of us?
I try to help people when I can.
So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce.
Wait,
How
what?
do you
We
plan on
do?
leaving a legacy after you're gone?
I didn't know that. Godlike can't reproduce? That explains a few things.
Oh, didn't anyone tell you?
No. No one's ever mentioned it to me.
Well, this is awkward. Shame you had to learn it from us. Do you have an answer?
This guy's
or
just
not?
like, by the way, you're sterile. I don't have an answer.
Oh, that's too bad. For us, I mean. I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
Dwindling
So,
kind.
Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
No twigs for Mog? On the other hand, no risk. Let's see. Wait, what? What is this? Some good news, please, for the love of the gods.
The Dream Scourge is proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load
That's
off
the
my
good news?
mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
One more question. What do I do about the entity tethered to my soul?
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy.
Whoa.
But we've taken enough.
She
of
wants
your
to see
time.
my twig.
Farewell. Did you
Agria says, don't mean to distract you, but can I ask, is there another way to get more provisioner tokens in one day, or is it just one no matter what? Provisioner tokens? There's tons of ways. There are merchants all over the game that will do trades for various things for provisioners tokens. The ones that are probably the easiest are the ones in Secrets of the Obscure. There's ones that will trade lots of common goods for them. But if you go to the Guild Wars 2 wiki and search for the page for provisioner token, you can find a list of them. There's tons of them. For many of them, it's just that each individual trade can only be done one time. Like ectoplasms can only be traded once a day. But there's like hundreds of different things you can trade.
Before they change their
sent into
minds.
exile.
Ugh, I might have
Wonder if she needs
dozed
to do
off there
research
for a
partner.
bit. Were any
Or
of those
maybe a
words the
test
ones we
subject?
needed?
We could do both. Anything to work with the great Giata Castel.
Okay. So someone mentioned, okay, some people mentioned that I'm already at the point where I could meet the other two party members. Does anyone want to give me a hint on where one of them is? Again, I think one of them was pink hair, but I have no clue where she went. The other one, I'm not sure. It might be the Animancer lady, but then she might just be like part of the story and not really that at all. One wanted a ladder. Yeah, I know, but I don't know where she is. She said I'm going home, and I don't know where she went. Wasn't she in the first map? No, she was right at the beginning of the second map. We saw her when we first got here. I think it was that ruin up there. We were climbing all over that. Either hit Muck, the other got banished.